FPL 2021-22 Forwards Buying Guide. After a scintillating summer of football, the 2021-22 Premier League season kicks off at the end of the week. This means many things. Most importantly, though, it means that it is time to sort out your fantasy Premier League squad, if you have not already. 90min has already treated you to guides on the best FPL goalkeepers, defenders, and midfielders. Now, it's finally time to take a look at the game's forwards. Whether you are looking for bargain buys or a big money signing, we've got you covered. £6.5 million for Ivan Toney could prove to be one of the FPL bargains of the season, perhaps of all time. Rangers centre forward managed 33 goals and 10 assists last campaign, performances which attracted interest from a host of top clubs this summer. He was not tempted by a move away, though, meaning he is available at a snip to bang in goals for your fantasy team this year. With Danny Ings sealing a move to Aston Villa, Southampton will need a big season from Che Adams if they are to stave off relegation trouble. Adams will be a nailed-on starter for Saints from the off and registered a very impressive points haul of 137 in FPL last season. There is nothing to suggest that he cannot match that this time around either, provided the South Coast club makes some much-needed additions to the squad. Chris Wood has been a remarkably consistent FPL points scorer over the past 3 seasons. During this period he has registered over 130 points each campaign. Last season he put up his best ever FPL numbers, 138, and it looks like being business as usual at Burnley. Wood is a reliable forward option if you are looking to free up funds to invest in your midfield. To say Patrick Bamford's terrific 2020-21 season was a surprise would be a serious understatement. Most expected the violin-playing striker to struggle in the Premier League, but he ended up netting 17 goals and registering 11 assists. That gave him an FPL points tally of 194, making him the second highest scoring forward on the entire game. He will continue to spearhead the Leeds attack this campaign, making Bamford an attractive proposition, even at £1.5 million more expensive than he was at the beginning of last season. Much like Bamford, not a lot was expected of Ollie Watkins last season. Joining from Brentford in a big money move, he went on to rack up 14 goals and 9 assists, which was enough to earn him a spot in Gareth Southgate's provisional England squad for Euro 2020. Although Jack Grealish's departure seems to make Villa much weaker on paper, the club have reinvested well in the likes of Emiliano Buendia and Leon Bailey. This means Watkins should still have plenty of chances to score and runners to find this season. Dominic Calvert-Lewin enjoyed his best ever season last time out, netting 16 goals. Starting the campaign at just £7 million, the 5th highest scoring FPL forward will cost you £8 million this term. He could still be worth the investment, though. Everton have not signed a striker this summer, so Calvert-Lewin will remain one of the first names on the team sheet. It is worth noting that he is a slight doubt for the Toffees Premier League opener after he injured his toe in training. Anyone who brought in Callum Wilson for just £6.5 million last season got a lot of bang for their buck. Despite injuries hampering his campaign, he still managed to register 12 goals and 6 assists. He is slightly more expensive this time around, but if he can stay fit he is nailed on to get into double figures for goals again. Regardless of whether he is plying his trade at Tottenham or Manchester City next season, Harry Kane deserves his status as the joint most expensive player in FPL. Last campaign he topped the Premier League goal and assist charts, returning his best ever fantasy points total, 242. As always with Kane, injuries and his bizarre relationship with the month of August could be a problem. Saying that, if he gets close to replicating his performances this season he will be well worth the money. Let's not sugarcoat it, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was the biggest disappointment of the 2020-2021 FPL season. Recategorized as a midfielder at the beginning of the campaign, managers across the land brought him into the fold despite his £12 million price tag. Aubameyang repaid their faith with a measly points return of just 131, 70 less than what he managed in the 2 previous seasons. Back among the forwards this term, Aubameyang will surely better his goal return of 10 this time out, but concerns remain about his form. Another forward who disappointed FPL managers last season was Timo Werner. Owned by a huge proportion of players at the start of the season, his struggles in front of goal led to most losing faith in the German. At just £9 million he is priced at the lower end of the expensive tier of forwards, and he retained the faith of both Frank Lampard and Thomas Tuchel last term, even when he was not scoring. While the imminent addition of Romelu Lukaku to FPL is worth monitoring, The Belgian will likely be priced at around the £10.5 million mark, making Werner a cheaper option. He could benefit from Lukaku's signing too, as it should free him to make his trademark runs in behind more frequently.